Father Allois Cheruiyot Bett was ambushed and shot dead by bandits at approximately 2:30 p.m. May 22, 2025 on a Thursday afternoon as he traveled back to his base in Tot after presiding over a Jumuiya Mass in Kabartile Village in Kerio Valley. The attack took place in Kabartile Village, just a kilometer from a police station. At that moment, a catechist who was with him remained missing. Authorities believed it was a deliberate and targeted assault. The murder of Father Allois Cheruiyot Bett was an act of brutal banditry, but the story that followed is a testament to the communities and the church's profound disappointment in the state's failure to deliver justice and restore peace to the Kerio Valley. This is insecurity versus community. My name is Mambia Joshua Nyansere. This is Ripe Crimes Africa. Father Allois Cheruiyot Bett was ambushed and shot dead on by bandits at approximately 1:30 p.m. Thursday afternoon as he traveled back to his base in Tot after presiding over a Jumuiya Mass in Kabartile Village in Kerio Valley.
Few kilometers from where he was today, doing some work for the community, and Father Allois was a great father. At 2 p.m. I was called and told that Father is no more, and his body is being now transported to Eldoret. And on behalf of the great people of Elgeyo Marakwet, I want to say pole to the Catholic Bishop of Eldoret, the priests, and the community of Kerio Valley.
The attack took place in Kabartile Village, just a kilometer from a police station. At that moment, a catechist who was with him remained missing. Authorities believed it was a deliberate and targeted assault. This documentary opens by introducing Father Allois Cheruiyot Bett, a 33-year-old Catholic priest whose life was tragically cut short. Born in 1992 in Manman Village, Nandi County, he was ordained to the priesthood on November 5, 2022. He had served in various capacities, including at Salient and Marakwet Boys High School, before being transferred to a parish in the Kerio Valley region, where he was only 5 months into his service. His mission was set against the backdrop of the Kerio Valley, a region plagued by chronic insecurities. The violence in the valley has escalated, mutating from traditional cattle rustling to targeted killings. Father Allois was a community pillar, described as a very important person, assisting with spiritual nourishment and community work. The crime took place in Tot, Elgeyo Marakwet County. The priest was allegedly shot and killed by unknown bandits in Elgeyo Marakwet, just a few kilometers from where he had been serving the community. Father Allois was shot dead shortly after conducting a mass at Tot. A call was made at 2 p.m. confirming the priest was normal and his body was being transported to Eldoret. Local leaders, including the senator, pointed to the attack as the work of few criminals who had decided to wreak havoc. The incident was later publicly labeled as an act of domestic terrorism in the Kerio Valley.
That all those criminals who killed our son are apprehended. Now wekwe ndani na waadhibiwe.
Hiyo issue ya insecurity ya Kerio Valley ni kitu ambayo president wetu alipochukua ushukani alisema atatatua.
Can you continue focusing and eliminate Kerio Valley of all those criminals so that we can be able to have peace not only in Nandi but across the country, and more so Kerio Valley.
Will stop at nothing, and for the sake of the name and the blood of Father Allois Cheruiyot Bett, we will go forcefully to make sure that we get rid of everyone who is going to carry a gun and terrorize people in Kerio Valley.
The murder sparked widespread grief and a furious demand for justice from the church, community members, and political leaders. At the Requiem Mass, Senator Cheruiyot posed stark questions to the authorities. Why was Father Allois killed? For what reason? And why like that? Killed just like an animal.
Vile Kerio Valley, kama serikali, na nataka niulize hii kwa heshima sana. Pale Mount Elgon kulikuwa na shida ya SPLF. Serikali ikagazeti, we need to gazette Kerio Valley as a disturbance zone so that we disarm and flush out criminals that are within the community. And we deal with them as domestic terrorism so that we can have peace.
There was deep disappointment that by the time Father Allois Cheruiyot Bett was being laid to rest, the assailants had not been apprehended. In response to the tragedy and public outcry over insecurity, the Deputy Inspector General of Police vowed an oncoming crackdown. Leaders called on the government to declare the Kerio Valley a disturbed zone and conduct a full-scale security operation. The killing caused a rift between the dominant community in Marakwet and non-locals, leading the Catholic Church to suspend relief services and some teachers to withdraw from the area. 2 weeks after the priest's murder, the case took a darker turn, suggesting a possible cover-up or retaliatory killings. The mutilated bodies of 2 young men, Simono and Collins Kipia, 22-year-old, were discovered dumped by a roadside in Nakuru County, over 200 kilometers away from where they were picked up.